Have you ever wondered how much you need to invest and how much can be made on a farm like this? My curiosity led me to Agogo, a town in the Ashanti region where a doctor who has traveled the world has decided to invest thousands of dollars in a large catfish farm. His goal is to give back to society, create employment opportunities, and help combat food scarcity.
My name is Dr. George Nsia. I am CEO and founder of K.Darko groups. I am a health, safety, and environmental sustainability specialist. I work as an overseer and also as a consultant, but farming is my passion. I've been working in different countries. Worked in Canada before. I've worked in Qatar. I've worked in United Arab.
One will ask, you've worked in different countries, you've seen different things. Why did you choose farming?
It's a very good question, and I think it's an opportunity for us to always go back to the basics, and farming is the basis. It has numerous benefits. So, of course, we have to be honest, we have to go in because of profit also. So business or farming is part of a business, it's part of my idea to contribute back to society. In society, in what form? Farming comes with, I call it as it comes with a benefit to a community. So for my case, if I open a farming like here at my location, definitely I employ people, so people will get employed. Then from the employment, people get money, so they will also utilize it. So that's the local economy, okay? Then from the product that we sell here, which we will mention about fish farming, where we focus on organic, using local resources. Where if we sell, we do it on here on the local level. When the benefit comes, it goes back to society. And I will mention about health benefits. Because we're doing it organically, our product, our fish, is natural without any chemicals. And people have good health. They say, a good health, you have everything, right?
Yes.
So this goes far. Fish ladies who come here to buy, when they buy it, they go also process it. They get money to take care of their children. Their children get to eat good food. Market people get to eat good food. And so overall, we have what we call sustainability. Okay, that means it goes around. And that's what we aim for.
Before we dive into the story, take a look at the size of this fish. For just 35 cedis, you can purchase some for your restaurant, factory, or even for yourself. Call the numbers on your screen to order. Now, meet the manager of the catfish farm. We are here at Agogo in the Ashanti region at K.Darko Farms. We are with Mr. Moses. Please shake my hand. Thank you for accepting to talk to us. Please, what do you do?
I construct systems.
You construct?
Yeah, I'm a system contractor.
Okay, all right. So you constructed this beautiful place for Mr. KB.
Yes, please.
K.Darko Groups.
Yes, please.
Okay, all right. He generously shared a wealth of information, and I believe this is one of the most detailed catfish farming videos you'll find on the internet. So stick around until the end and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Can you take us through? Today we are going to learn a lot. We are going to learn about the fish pond, the construction, the feeding, everything you need to know about catfish farming. Take us through the construction of the pond.
Okay.
Yes, I see about how many ponds do you have here?
For now here, we have 7 ponds.
7 ponds.
We have 200 meters square.
Okay.
We have 300 meters square. We have 600 meters square and 450 meters square.
Is there a reason for the specific sizes?
Yeah, okay. There is a reason for it, and also at times the area.
The area.
Okay. There are some places we don't want to leave the space.
Okay.
So you have to create something there so that we get what we want from that place.
Okay. All right. So take us through the construction process.
Yeah.
Yes.
When it comes to fish pond construction, we have two types of it. We have the manual, and then the excavator one. Okay. This one is the manual one.
Okay.
And this one is the manual.
By manual, you mean people?
Yeah, people.
Manpower.
Yeah, we labor people to do it.
Okay.
So half my gang.
Okay.
We were in about 15 to 20.
Okay.
So this one took us about, this 7 ponds took us about 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Because we were painting.
Okay.
3 weeks to construct it.
So is there a reason you chose this, the earthen pond?
Yeah, we have a reason for it. Okay. Even though when it comes to aquaculture, we have about 3 or 4 types. You have the cage, the earthen pond, this one. You have the concrete one, the tapole one. That's 4. But we chose to work on the earthen pond because of our area. We don't have that dams to do the concrete, the cage one. Also, we have seen that to pump water to the house, to create the concrete one or the tapole one is another cost. Why is it that you can't create it? We can't create the earthen pond. So after you see the gravity, like I've already shown you, water sources that we channel for the pond, and also the water source came from the river, the roadside, because we have a canal over there. Okay. That is where we channel our water from. So it's a clean water. We normally drink it.
Okay. So which is the best one? Which one would you advise someone?
The best one is the earthen pond. Yeah. Why? Because they grow fast. As well as the cage one. Okay. The cage one is not common in Ashanti region. That one, water region or Bote and other places where there is lake or a dam. And here, in the earthen pond, it's like a natural fish. Okay. Because there is manual mammals, and then there are mammals, and then lizard. Small things they take. Okay. See, I say I am a mwa as I say me. Okay. Mutimi di. Okay. Ebi ti say some and mwa nkiti bi no omutimi di ma. Omwa kesa so no.
Tuna fish ne so sa.
Yes. Eno so no say who the call marketer. Omu fan say taste me different. Omu fan say low lake one.
Yeah. Why did you choose catfish?
Because you want to do business. Okay. When it comes to business in aquaculture, that is catfish.
Catfish, okay.
Is it now? When you are doing earthen pond, and catfish woman in them by tilapia cage muna I am because but we do all weather. So if you want, you need much more business. That is catfish. That's why we end this one by the end of 5 to 6 months.
All right. And see, we'll be coming to the water management, the feed, and everything. But now let's concentrate on the fishes. Who started? You're starting the same.
Yeah. After the construction, we are stopping the fingerlings. So now we are trying to produce our own fingerlings because that one is expensive. There are some places we get it 1 cedi 50 pesos, 2 cedis, and above.
So when you get to your fingerlings, what do you do?
Yeah, immediately we get our fingerlings, we put them in the water, and then we have a way of doing it. Unfortunately, we have not started yet. Okay. We can see how we do our stocking.
Okay. So after you stock them, how do you feed them? How do you maintain them? When they are sick, are there any type of diseases that can affect them? What's the best time to feed them?
It's between 8:30 to 9.
8:30 to 9.
That is our time.
Okay.
Some people have others have their time. But our actual time now is 8 to 9.
8 to 9. Okay.
In the afternoon, 1 o'clock or 1:30, and then in the evening, 4:30 to 5 or 5 o'clock.
Why did you choose those times?
Because of the weather. And then in the morning like this, if you give them food, they will not eat as you want, and then oxygen take place.
What do you mean by that?
Now the water is very hot.
Okay.
But in the afternoon or from 10 go, you see that yesterday night, when you get into the water, whenever the weather is cool, the water is hot.
Okay.
And then their movement of eating changes.
Okay.
It's like you, the human being, when you wake up in the morning, if not that you are sick, you will not even try to get to go for food about 9, 10 going. Okay. So they are like a human being.
Okay.
And sometimes they eat as you want. At times overdose. At times they don't eat. You give them 1 kilo and then they will not even take it.
So what do you do when they don't eat?
You leave them.
You leave them, okay.
It's like you, the human being. At times, you are not okay to take food. So when you come in that way, make sure you just leave them. Yeah, when we do the stocking, we normally monitor it very well. That is the major problem. From day one, if you overfeed them, if you overfeed them, there is a problem. And if you don't feed them, they will not die and they will not grow fast. But if you overfeed them, they die. If the water is contaminated, that one too, they die. So what you do is that you don't always manage the water up to 1 month. Even you are managing the whole thing, but that is the severe situation.
When you say manage the water, you mean we should change the water?
Change the water, yeah. And when we are changing it, that is why we lay the outlet and the inlet. This is the water, the outlet I talk about now and I clear. So if you are not careful with this all the time, they will be overcrowded. So you see it. Still, because we are working inside.
We are changing the water. How often do you change the water? Let's say in a week.
Yeah, because it's a acting pond, and the water is coming 24/7 non-stop. You just set the outlet and then open the inlet. So if it is 1 kilo, weight of 1 kilo water that will come inside, it will circulate. After that, it pass through the outlet and go out. So you see that maybe the water is dirty, but it's very rich.
So you mean this water is constantly moving?
Moving 24/7. Where your outlet now? How was through? How so was through? The outlet we your channel no underground and call we mu direct. Say be we need a percent you total drainage. You be see a outlet last pond. Because you lay underground outlet. All these ponds in now what in outlet they were underground you lay far for about 1.5 feet. And now from say the be renovation. Shovel no and can pipes. We are maybe and call the next pond. The outlet. And also time behind you see. That is why you get this overall. Anytime behind a problem at times it's your talk. Next one to one say was over. No be cruising let no. No ba be view na perform kaka because you see no turn be fish rubber. E be so be fish from aba. E be to issue. You know, so I'm management of these things by the end of the day obey adwuma ba one na dogo na be ko. You need. If you want to do harvesting. So now I can even remove all my things down. You see it?
Yeah.
I'm in the trap.
You
see it? This is a water jacket. We will have about so many types. We have the pullover. With the helmet at my back. And then we have the stretch. So many types. So as a farmer,
with this, it comes with a form of a Wellington boot. So water will not get into your toes that you have toe rotten and stuff. So everything you can cover your whole body up to the top. And because the water level is just always close to your waist, you see that water doesn't get into your skin.
The fingerlings, what type of feed do you give them? How many times do you feed them in a day?
Yeah, we have two. For us in Sunyani here, Kumasi here, we have 2 types of feed we have been using. We use Ranan and then the kudis. But for all our products we are using is the kudis. And it's 20 kg.
20 kg.
Yeah.
And what's the size you give them?
The size from the scratch is 2 mm for the catfish. You must make sure that the fingerlings we are going for can pick 2 mm. It's like a little bit less than okusit. So you have to make sure that the fingerlings you are going for can take 2 mm. If not, you can.
And how do you make sure of that? Is it by looking at their mouth?
No. Fingerlings, we have sizes. We grade them. So when you are going for it, because we grade them, you have to, because at the side there, he has to start feeding them with the 2 mm before you go for it. So if you go less than that, like 0.8, there is no way when you got them here and give them the 2 mm, they will take, but not all of them. To be the 111 amount them are there, you don't take them, you lose your fish.
So in a day, how many times do you feed them?
You feed them 3 times in a day.
3 times in a day. Is that the usual practice? The recommended one? Or?
For me, yes.
Okay.
In our farm here, yes.
Okay.
Because others feed it twice a day. We feed them 3 times a day. Okay. Based on the quantity and the measurement. You go by the quantity and then do the measurement.
Apart from feeding them, what else? What practices do you put in place to make sure that they are growing healthy?
Apart from feeding them and then changing the water, as we said, the water is passing through. We weed.
Okay.
Make sure your pond is not bushy because they can enter. Somebody too can come to your side and do anything negative. You may never know.
Okay.
When the water is overflooded, and if you don't take care, your pond is overflooded, and if you don't take care, the fish can go out and you may never know. So all the time you have to weed it. So if there's anything or somebody came to your pond, you can see the person fruitless.
Okay. From there, where do you go to when they are beginning to grow?
Yeah, when they are beginning to grow, stages by their feeding, you go from 2 mm, you go to 3 mm. You sort them within a month. Okay. And you get to know, say, it's time for them to increase the feed. So before increasing the feed, you don't give them the 3 mm or the bigger ones at once. Okay. You add a little bit of the small one, the big ones, to the small one, about 3 days or 4 days, so that their throat can open. Before you increase, before you come direct to the 3 mm. So it's on stages. So anytime you have to increase the feed, you have to make sure that you do sorting or you take sample.
Okay, so is sorting them, do you mean you are separating the big ones from the smaller ones?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Because they are carnivorous.
So is this part of the sampling process?
Yeah, now you are taking the sample.
Okay.
You are taking a sample. You are not sorting it.
Okay.
There's a difference between sorting and then sampling. So now you are taking the sampling to know the weight.
Okay.
And it will be 3 consecutive types. Just right now.
And this is at random.
Okay.
It's just you just pick any one and just read. So you want to have an average weight.
Okay.
It's a half a kilo.
So,
half a kilo, so you can see it. One is half a kilo. And you can take any size because the size is not the same.
Okay.
Another one too. It's about 300 grams. So now we are going to weigh 1 kilo and see the quantity.
Okay.
When it comes to this time now, we take every sizes.
Okay.
And after that we divide. It's over that. This is a kilo. Okay. It's even over a kilo, about 5 grams.
Yeah, 5 grams.
You see it? So you have to make sure you get the kilo pepper. Any Latin word. So this is 1 kilo.
Okay. So what's the average size of the?
1 kilo.
So 1 kilo is 4 pieces.
4 pieces. Okay.
Yeah. This is the first measurement.
Okay.
This one too is 4
pieces.
4 pieces.
On average.
Yeah.
1 kilo.
Okay. You can put them inside thing.
So is the weight okay for the 10
For 2
weeks?
months. Yeah, it's okay. Pepper.
1 kilo.
Yeah.
4 pieces.
4 pieces. 1 kilo is 1,000 grams.
Okay.
So 1,000 grams divided by 4. So which is 250 grams per each for
Okay.
2 weeks. 2 months.
9
9 weeks. Anura, you feed the woman. Now, time you feed the woman, not time na pa home. It's a pass out of the DVR. And you say, be our main or main, by the time you're feeding on a pan, they can't consume the remaining one again. So this one is a waste. So the farmer, no, he can sue us.
Okay.
That you have wasted his feed. Where were you at that time?
So now that you've seen the weight of the
Fish.
yeah. What next, or how does it benefit you as the farmer?
Yeah, that's things are okay.
Okay.
Get a benefit because of the feeding and the management.
Okay.
And this is use about, it's 4,000 here. Okay. 4,000 here making. So now we use about 16 bags.
16 bags.
And we use goodies.
Okay.
I'm advertising their product.
So the 16 bags is for the 2
ponds.
2 ponds.
Yes,
okay.
Uh-huh.
And what's the size of the feed?
The size of the feed, this is 2 mm.
2
we
mm.
started with 2 mm, but now you are using 4.5 mm.
4.5 mm.
Yes.
Okay.
Now you are using 4.5 mm because as they grow, then you increase their feed.
Okay.
Their feed is by sizes.
Okay.
That is 2 mm, 3 mm, 4 mm. And then other product too is 2 mm, 3 mm, 4 mm, 4.5 mm,
okay,
and above, up to 8 mm.
So
that is what I know for now.
So for the 10 weeks old fish, averagely they need about 4 mm, the size of 4 mm.
Yeah. So now you are giving them 4 mm.
4 mm, okay.
So from next week going, after the sorting, you start with the 6 mm.
Okay.
And before you start with the 6 mm now, you don't give them 6 mm direct.
Okay.
So at times maybe their throat it's not big. It's not big enough to take the 6 mm.
Okay.
So to choke them. So if you like, you are giving them at least now you are giving them 1 bag in the morning,
okay,
half bag in the afternoon,
okay,
as a supplement, and then 1 bag in the evening,
okay,
for each pond. This is 4,000. So a day we give them 2.5.
Okay.
We started last week.
Okay.
Started last week.
That's
But from the fingerling stage, we gave them 5 bags.
Okay.
So check from last week coming 2 times in a day,
okay,
2.5 bags in a day.
Okay.
Times a week.
Okay.
The starter is 348 Ghana cedis.
That's for the starter. That's for, how's it called, the fingerlings?
The fingerlings,
okay,
yeah, the starter. And then other product is 275.
275.
The goodies is 20 kg.
Okay.
It's 20 kg, and that is 348.
Okay.
In Kumasi here, you know, all places and their prices.
Okay.
Because of the transportation.
So within what period will you know that you have to start giving them this size of feed?
Every month.
Every month.
That's why every month you have to take something.
Okay.
To know how to increase your feed.
Okay. So as we are going forward, they are getting bigger. So you keep the same process.
Yes.
You sort them, and then you know that you have to start giving them maybe 6 mm.
6 mm.
So at averagely, at what month or weeks do you begin to give them 6 mm, and you take it to 8 mm?
Roughly about 2 mm. 2 months.
2 months.
From 2 months, you have to start giving them
6.
Yeah.
Then from
2 months going, you have to start giving them 6 mm.
6 mm.
Yeah.
Then with the
8 mm.
8 mm.
The 8 mm within the 3rd month to 4th month, you have to start giving them. Depends the way you feed them.
Okay. Okay.
From the scratch.
So earlier you were talking about the fufu and other feeds that we can.
That is the supplemental food.
Supplemental food.
Yeah. We used to feed the feed.
Okay.
The fish. So you see, they are eating it. Yes,
So what's it called?
I don't know the English name of it.
Okay.
And then
water plants.
It's part of the water plant. And then you have 2 types.
Okay.
Yeah. The other one is very dangerous than this one. This one is okay. They normally eat it. But the other one, very dangerous. That one crampon, if tilapia is in it, you can't breathe. No oxygen for it. It's a supplemental feed.
Okay.
And this one we get it for free.
Where do you...
Because of the water sources.
Okay. So it comes
when
from
the land
water.
is rich. When the land is very, very fertilizer, normally you get this thing from it.
Okay.
So that is why you were able to get this.
Okay.
You go to some farmers, you go to other farmers, and then you not get any of this.
Okay.
You get the other one, the harmful one.
Aside their normal feed and this one, do you give them any other feed? any other thing?
Yeah, for the catfish.
Okay.
You might get waste food like fufu.
Okay.
Any food that there is gas inside. Fufu like this, you can pump fufu tomorrow, yesterday, close it by the end of the day, by the next day, you know, it will be fermented.
Okay.
So when you put it into fruit, and then they'll eat. You know, always fish need fruited feed.
Okay.
Like this, anything that can float, can float on the surface without oil.
Okay.
Even farmers are very interested in fish farming, but because of the fish feed and then marketing,
okay,
it's another problem. So this is why we create our own market.
Okay.
Create our own market, and we are doing it big. But the problem now, if the feed cost is less, even though people invest in fish farming more than poultry farm or cocoa farm.
Okay.
But the two things, the major problem in fish farming is about the feeding, the feed cost, because you buy, just imagine, one bag is 348 in a week. Like I have already given you the calculation. Every day is 2.5 bags.
Okay.
So in a week is how much?
And it will take them about 6 months.
6 months. Check and see. So if you have 1,000 pieces in your fingerlings in your pond, from day old fingerling to the table size, you know, whatever, either 6 months, 5 months, 4 months, or whatever, up to the table size, you know. And even you are using 50 bags. Me, I normally follow 50 to 60 bags. There you can get your 1.5, 1.6 and above. Before you get that, you know, if you don't take care, you buy in about 200 bags.
Okay.
And then you not even get one for a kilo. Why? Because of the way you feed them. The time of feeding, you say that, oh, today, dear, I don't have money. The feed is finished, so let me relax. 3 days time. 3 days time before you come back, you know, the weight has been decreased, reduced. The weight has been reduced. So then, no, maybe if they are 1,000, you have reduced about 1 or 2 bags for that 3 days. So after 3 days, when you are able to feed them again, then you are going to replace that 3 bags before you move on. So that is where the problem is. Okay. So there's some farmers who said, I do the work, I didn't get any benefit on it.
So with the other feeds like the fufu and the other things that can
that float, is the supplemental food.
Supplemental food.
Yeah.
Okay. And that one cannot make for them to.
That's why we normally give it to them like the big ones over there. We normally give it to them around 4 or 5 months going.
Oh, okay.
You know, for this time now they are moving forward. They are moving fast. So you have to give them the protein food, the protein content food, so that they can grow fast.
Okay.
So when they about to reach the table size, then you use this one, then you'll be minimizing your cost a little bit. We normally we have so many local feed. Okay. And then the reason why I don't teach them the local feed is that there are some farmers, you teach them the local feed. By the end of the day,
you go and poison them.
No, even apart from poison, they give overdose and poison, as my boss said. And then after that one, then their concentration go to the local feed. And there's no much more protein content that can let them grow fast. So when it happens like that, they said, are you the caretaker or the supervisor? You are not doing your job. So me, I will not teach you.
Okay.
I will not teach you. Then you follow the normal procedure. And then in a calculation, we all know in Ghana here, when you feed fish, and the fish is very big. Ghanaians like big fish, big things. So if the thing is very big, and he said that, it's 100 Ghana cedis per kilo. The person is not having money, but he's trying to get it because he's okay with it. But if it's very small, tell the person that it's 1 cedi. This thing cramp, there will be no taste.
The disadvantage of using the local feed, preparing your own local feed in that. When you give these local feeds to them, preparing them by yourself, because the protein content is very low. It's become, your fishes are always going to be like, we have something called like fish koshoko. The fish, instead of the fish to be 3 months having a certain kilo, about 800 grams or 500 grams, they will always be having around 200, 300. So their growth will be stagnant. So it will not move up. So at the end of the day, you waste time, money and everything, wasting time on them. Taking care of them till the end, you get nothing. So it's better you go for the right one, the right feed.
Okay. All right. So make sure you stick around. I told you, we are getting detailed information on catfish farming. We've talked about the pond. We've talked about feeding. Now we are talking about water management. How do you manage the water well to make sure that your fishes are living good?
Must make sure that where the water sources you get your water source from is very, very, very hygienic.
Okay.
That is a major point. When you get it there, your fish fine. Make sure that you don't spray your ponds.
Okay.
If you don't spray around, you always sweep. So we have a caretaker for that, purposely for fish farming. You don't spray any around our area. Even so, we fence our yard where we get our water sources from. We fence there. You see that there are some places you cannot fence it, but you can use wire mesh to control, to get people outside from entering into it. You see, if people are doing farming at the place where we get our water sources from, you may even see that, or if somebody is planting rice, and you may even think of spraying. So we will not allow them. Because by the end of the day, you will consume more. As I'm speaking to you right now, you have consumed over 10 kilos. You get it?
Okay. All right, I get it. So let's talk about the shade nets.
The protecting net.
The protecting net, yes.
Yeah, this is a protecting net. We call it disco net.
Disco net, okay.
This is a fishing net. You have a way of using it.
Okay.
If you don't do it well, when air brew, winds come, you take everything out. This one, we put on the protecting net to protect the bears, alligators, and snakes. And other way, frogs. But for frogs, you can't control them. Because that is their house. You can't control them.
So how do you deal with them?
With the frogs. With the frogs, normally you see that in the morning, like most of them try to go out. So the net catch them. So the little that will remain inside. Or when they breed, they hatch and they breed that the small one can pass and go, come and go. But when they are getting to the table sizes, the frog table sizes, the net catches them.
Most of the vegetable farmers complain about the climate change. How is it affecting the aquaculture?
When it comes to dry season, the physical problem the water source in the buffer. The bass and it means the way it's dependent. Bass and one and one in the buffer. So, if you have no bounce, quality times about 6. They will hold my little. Yeah, they are surprised because a hard time business.
There's a lot of money going into the business.
And for that one, I've already said, even though we are even planning to do our own feed.
Okay.
Our own feed. Yeah, physical problem. But when it comes to fish farming,
okay, please. People get excited when they see videos that says, "Oh, I made 100,000 in a month." Or in 2 or 6 months after going into catfish farming. But people don't understand that you need experts' opinion, you need expert advice. What do you have to say about that?
Like you have already answered the question. You need an expert. Without an expert, example, yesterday some fishmongers came here. Buyers came here and they bought some of our fish. They were even so excited. They said that how many months? We said that 5 to 6 months. I said, wow, it's not true. Because they have another farmers, even when they go to, they said that almost 1 year they get about 60 pieces before they get 20 kg. By here, 20 kg, you normally get about 10 pieces, 15 pieces, and 15, 14 pieces. Wow. You get it?
Expert.
So without expert, you do the work by the end of the day. Then there are some people who've been on the internet bragging within this month. But let me tell you the fact. The thing, if you don't get a good manager or a good expert, there is no way our 5 to 6 months we can end up with that table size. So I always told the farmer that it's between 6 to 8 months. By 9 to 10th month, you finish selling your fish.
Okay.
Then you start another one. So I take it
so
one quarter in a year.
Experience, like the way you were catching the fish. I thought it would be something simple, but the way you were directing and everything, you realize that you need some sort of technical mind to be able to catch the fish.